What's up, everybody? This is Darren from ClefToneGrooves.com, thanking you again for joining me in the latest installment of the video series, Getting Better Audio at Home. And up until now, in the last 6 videos, I've been talking about some of the basic tools and gear that you need in your arsenal to get your project studio up and running and to really get some serious work done. So if you haven't seen those videos, check them out. I cover microphones and audio interfaces, all kinds of gear to get you started and to get you dangerous. But now what I want to do is shift my focus and talk about how to wield all that nice shiny new gear that you've most likely already gone out and purchased, and how to get the best results from your recording using that gear. Well, one of the things that you might not have considered is your environment that you're in. To really get the best from your gear, you have to consider your environment. Well, what do I mean by that? Well, what I want you to do is pause the video, go back to videos 1 and 2, and listen to the audio in those 2 videos. Now, before you pause it, hold on just a second, hold your horses. I want to tell you, I'm using the same shotgun microphone in this video today that I used in those first 2 videos. Now, when you go back to those other videos, now I know there's music, but listen to my voice specifically, because what you'll hear is a lot of echo, a lot of bounce from the room, of reverb of my voice. If you listen to this recording today, clearly you don't hear that. So what did I do to deaden the room and get the sound a little bit less echoey? So go back, check that out, and then meet me right back here. Well, did you hear it? Did you go back and listen? If you did, it was another object lesson for you and why it's so crucial to pay attention to the environment you're recording in. It's an absolute must if you want to get the best results from the equipment that you're using. I intentionally left the room a certain way in those first 2 videos so that I can show you the contrast and the sound between these latest 2 videos and the first 2 with the same microphone. And so today I'm going to pull back the curtain a little bit on my production, take you around my set, so to speak, and show you just what I did to knock those sounds, those extra echoes out of the recording. So first of all, before I show you these pictures, I'm going to say, don't judge me. They do make professional sound dampening devices that you can put all over your walls and other surfaces in your rooms. But again, all that stuff costs money. So the stuff that I'm using today and I'm about to show you in these pictures, it's all in an effort to show you that yes, use what you have around you already. Save yourself a few dollars. Okay, so here's the picture. So this is the set that I record in, and if you notice, there's a blanket on the floor, or a couple blankets. Even behind the chair, I have a blanket here in the corner, a nice thick blanket. I can't put too much back there because it'll be in the shot of the camera, right? But there has to be something back there because I'm using a directional microphone, remember? And which way is that pointed? At me. And any sound that bounces from behind me is going to bounce right back up into that microphone. Well, I don't want that. So as much as I can cut down on that, that's what I do. You'll notice throughout these pictures, the sound dampening isn't everywhere, and that's simply just because I didn't have much more that I could put up to block the flat, hard surfaces in this room. But I strategically placed those pillows and those blankets in areas that I felt I got the most reverb from, and clearly you can hear a difference in the recording, right? Think about that. You still hear some of the echo, some of the reverb, but not nearly as much as those first 2 videos. Some other things to keep in mind is your external distractions that may happen. If you're in a room that has a window, close it, because you never know when your next door neighbor decides to let the dog out and the dog starts barking, or maybe they want to start cutting their grass right in the middle of your perfect take. You don't want to pick that up in your microphone. And if you have family members that live with you, make sure they know that you're recording. And the last thing you want is the sound of a toilet flushing or kids running around in the background. Not a good look, not very professional at all. And the other thing to keep in mind too are those pesky appliances. Refrigerators make noise. If you have a dehumidifier in the basement, that makes noise. Your HVAC system, that all those things, all of them, they make noise. Just a word to the wise though, if it's wintertime, maybe you want to heat your house up just a little bit more so that when you turn off the heat and the temperature starts to drop, you're not freezing in the middle of all your takes, right? And vice versa in the summertime, cool your house off so that you're not sweating in your takes, because that's also not a good look in your recordings. But just some of those little things will go a long way. And if you want more information on other things that you can pay attention to in your environment, these are some of the tips that I have on a free checklist at my website, cleftonegrooves.com. If you go over there, sign up on the mailing list, you get to download that for free. Plus, there's 3 free tracks that you can download and use for your different projects, whether it's video or an audio recording. Just go over there, check it out, check out some of the music as well. And in the meantime, I'll just keep these tips on their way, coming to you about how you can get the best from the gear that you have now. So stay tuned for next week's video, and I'll have something else great for you then.